Hello. I'm going to be doing a video of my Beatle vinyl collection. Now, I know people do videos where it's the Beatles and solo, or just a general thing and put Beatles first. I have enough records that would be quite long, even my solo stuff. I have just as many Paul McCartney as I do Beatles, so it would be twice as long as what it would already be. So I'm just going to do the Beatles now, and if I get to a solo material or other album video, I will do that at that point. But for now, here's my Beatle collection on vinyl. First off, Meet the Beatles. It's a good record. This was their first record in the US. On there is I Want to Hold Your Hand, I Saw Her Standing There, This Boy, It Won't Be Long, All I've Got to Do, All My Lovin', Don't Bother Me, Little Child, Till There Was You, Hold Me Tight, I Want to Be Your Man, and Not a Second Time. This was their first American album, and I Want to Hold Your Hand is what the hit that brought them to America. So this is the back, this is the front. Pretty good condition. I mean, there's a few tears, the side's a little ripped up, but overall it's a good condition record. Got that for about $10. The second one is the Beatles' second album. This one came out obviously after that one in America, and the big hits on there was Roll Over Beethoven, Thank You Girl, You Really Got a Hole on Me, Devil in Her Heart, Money, You Can't Do That, Long Tall Sally, Please Mr. Postman, I Call Your Name, She Loves You, and I'll Get You. This is almost like a With the Beatles, but a few changes here and there. But it's a good one. These records, the American ones, were released on Capitol, which was the American release for these, so that's good. I don't know if you can tell, but the bottom here is the record's falling out, but that's not too bad because it was pretty ripped up when I got it. It's able to, this one's been pulled up for a while, so that's good. The next record is one that I've actually kind of got through someone before I was a Beatles fan. Hard Day's Night. This is just the soundtrack to the movie Hard Day's Night. So Hard Day's Night, Tell Me Why, I'll Cry Instead, I Should Have Known Better, Can't Buy Me Love. These are all just great records, great songs that were on the movie, which the movie's pretty good too. So if you ever had a chance to, I would say go ahead and see this film. There's the four individuals in the back, shots. It's a pretty good record. So this is the better movie out of the Beatle movies, the best one. Okay. And the next one. Something new. Got this one at a freebie. Someone that I knew had a business that they collected other people's junk, and people threw away records. So when they threw away records, he would give me the records, and I would go through, see what I wanted, and any Beatles I snatched up and put in my own collection. So this is a pretty good record. It's pretty good shape that they threw out. Things We Said Today was on this record. Anytime at All. Come Give Me My Hand, which is I Want to Hold Your Hand in German. So that's pretty cool. And then they have down here, it says Motion Picture Hard Day's Night Are All These. So these are these are songs that were actually in the movie. I'll Cry Instead, Tell Me Why, and I Love Her, I'm Happy Just to Dance With You, and If I Fell. Those, I don't believe any of them were on there. Oh, the only one that was is And I Love Her and I'm Happy Just to Dance with You and Tell Me Why. But I'll Cry Instead was on there, and If I Fell was on there. Never mind, they all were on there. I thought for some reason some songs got released on there, but nope. All the songs that were here were on the movie. So that's pretty interesting. Alright. This one was pretty torn up after a while. But it's Beatles 65, No Reply, I'm a Loser, Babies in Black, Rock and Roll Music, I'll Follow the Sun, Mr. Moonlight, Everybody's Trying to Be My Baby, I Feel Fine, She's a Woman, I'll Be Back, and Honey Don't. These all, this is almost like a Beatles for Sale, which was in Europe, but this is Beatles 65. Pretty good record. I mean, this is like the mid-Beatle era. That I think kind of gets overlooked because people either like the very beginning, Sgt. Pepper era, or Let It Be. I think this type of music is just as good. So it's hard to really say which one is the best, but this one is a pretty good record. Again, this was in that free when I first liked the Beatles. This was in the collection. It was already there, so I grabbed it. And this one, Help, the soundtrack. This is the second movie of the Beatles. Help is on here, The Night Before, You Got to Hide Your Love Away, I Need You, Another Girl, Ticket to Ride, You're Gonna Lose That Girl. This is more of a silly movie. It's good for what it was. I think the Beatles were trying to make their own type of film that wasn't just following them around New York City. And I think it was a good character with each Beatle being a different type of person. But it's a good record. So there was that. Here's the same record, Help, but I'm just going to show you the inside flap since I can. Little story there. I'm not taking them out because they're not like press sealed, but they're on a cover, so I want to keep them as good as possible. The next one is probably my favorite album of the Beatles, which is Rubber Soul. This was the first CD I got, not the first album, but this was probably one of the better Beatle albums, the best Beatle albums. On this copy, it has I've Just Seen a Face, Norwegian Wood, You Won't See Me, Think for Yourself, The Word, Michelle, It's Only Love, Girl, I'm Looking Through You, In My Life, Wait, and Run for Your Life. This was different than the European versions because it opened up with Drive My Car, and I've Just Seen a Face was on Help. There were a few other differences, but overall, that was the big difference. I like how they're all looking at different angles, so that's a cool feature. The next Beatle record I got, this is actually not the last record I have, but this is the last one I just bought, is Yesterday and Today, or other people know it as the Butcher album, because this picture right here was not the original picture. There was a picture before this that was controversial, and that was called the Butcher album. If you can see, I don't know if you can, there's a little bit of a different tint near the edge because this is a peel copy. This is one of the original ones that were pasted over. So it's a pretty good find for this record. It was a rare, it's considered a rare record. So, the next one is Revolver, 1966. Taxman was on here, Eleanor Rigby. Really good record. I think this was the start of the psychedelic era. Sgt. Pepper obviously was more psychedelic than others, but you know, I think more so. This is better because it's more like Rubber Soul, where it's more, not all the songs are the same message or type of song. So, and the next record I'm going to show you is, yes, the one, the only, Sgt. Pepper. Yeah. Sgt. Pepper, with the help of my friends, Fixing a Hole, A Day in the Life. That's probably the biggest hit from here. And this is a good record. I mean, it's obviously, some people say the record of the century, 20th century, which it might be, but it's hard for me to say that because there are a lot of good records. I mean, not just the Beatles, but you have Radiohead, you have Nirvana, but this record did stuff that no record before or since has done. So, Sgt. Pepper is one I would say you should get, if possible. And next, I would probably say it's a good follow-up to Sgt. Pepper, Magical Mystery Tour, another Beatles movie, and it says right there, includes a 24-page book. I have the book in here. I'm not going to take it out because it's ripped up a little bit, and I'll just keep it in best condition as possible. Songs on here is Magical Mystery Tour, Fool on the Hill, Flying, Blue Jay Way, Your Mother Should Know, I'm the Walrus, Good Hello Goodbye, Strawberry Fields Forever, Penny Lane, Baby You're a Rich Man, and All You Need Is Love. Good record. Just a good condition record. So, there's that. Alrighty. The next one is going to be a repeat, not Magical Mystery Tour. This is going to be the first one, then the following will be a repeat. This one is the Beatles, or everyone knows as the White Album. This is a numbered copy. I found this at my local half-price books, which sold records, and they sold it for about $70. And I thought to myself, I better get it, because even though that's a pretty hefty price, it's gonna be worth it. I mean, do I want to spend a lot of money on stuff like this? No, but when you have a rare record like this, I think you should get what you want, because this was the 1,152,455. So there was 1,152,454 copies before this was produced. So it sounds like, oh, there's so many of them, but honestly, think about it. With all the records that were produced or released, it's pretty rare. So, and inside has not only the 2 albums, but also the 4 photographs. It does not have the poster. I was a little disappointed with that because of how much I was paying with it, but kind of, you can't give and take. It's either you get it and you have it, or you just slide up on it and someone else grabs it. So you might as well get what you can. If I need to get rid of it, if I need the money, I could sell this for about 100. And next one would be, yep, I said the repeat thing, the White Album. This is the remastered one. Came out 2012, I believe. And when I got it, I thought, I thought I wouldn't find an original. So I got this one, and I was like, cool. And then I found the original, and I keep this still. Because I can play this and keep that in good condition, so you might as well. George Harrison, Ringo Starr. And over here you have John Lennon. And then Paul McCartney. So there's the 4 individual shots that were reprinted. Again, I have the originals, but I did not want to pull those out because those are actually worth something. I mean, these are worth something, but they're not originals, so they're not as special to Beatle fans. Okay. Alrighty. So those are those records. This one, Yellow Submarine. I got this one. This was actually this was the last record I got before I moved, because I was at Half Price Books, and there was this and another record that I'll get soon, called The Rarities, the Beatles Rarities, that together I just saw them, like, you know what, I don't have them, I'm trying to make a collection, might as well get it now, instead of wasting 4 to 5 years. So I got it, and it's pretty good. I mean, I haven't listened to it yet, but I think I might soon. It's a filler. It's because Yellow Submarine's on Revolver, but you have other songs like All You Need Is Love, It's All Too Much, Hey Bulldog, All Together Now, Only a Northern Song, and Yellow Submarine. I think All You Need Is Love was on Magical Mystery Tour. Yeah, it was. So All You Need Is Love is on both this and Magical Mystery Tour, but you only need one of them, so you might as well just go with the one you want. And the next one is another great one, which is Abbey Road, the Great Picture. This was their last recorded album. This was recorded after Let It Be. People always think that, Abbey Road was first and Let It Be was. In release date, it was, but not in recording. So, on here you have Come Together, Something, Maxwell's Silver Hammer, Oh Darling, Octopus's Garden, I Want You, Here Comes the Sun, Because, You Give Me Your Money, You Never Give Me Your Money, Sun King, Mean Mr. Mustard, Polythene Pam, She Came Into the Bathroom Window, Golden Slumbers, Carry That Weight, and then the end. But then after the end, if you listen to the record, you get Her Majesty, which is another great Beatles piece. Alright. Hey Jude. This is a lot of their singles. Hey Jude, Revolution, Pick Rider. I Should Have Known Better. Lady Madonna, Can't Buy Me Love. Don't Let Me Down, Ballad of John Yoko, Rain, Old Brown Shoe. That's that. I think I had a. Hold on. I had Let It Be. I had Let It Be here. 1 second. Hello. Yeah, I do have it. It's a little not worried because I didn't know what would have where it would have gone, but it just slipped out. So let me first just go back and saying after the solo that Hey Jude or Abbey Road came Let It Be, which this was their last released record. Good Hits, Two of Us, Across the Universe, Let It Be, Get Back, Long and Winding Road. This is the Phil Spector version, which I would like to get the naked version, which is the version that Phil Spector did not look up or did not work on, which sounds a lot better than this. This is a good record, but the other's better. So, there you go. And then, last but not least, is the Rarities. This wasn't an actual record by the Beatles they recorded. This is just some of their tracks. They weren't as popular, or they're just tiny bits in here that aren't as known well. Love Me Do, Misery, There's a Place, She liebt dich, which is the German word for She Loves You, and I Love Her, Help, I'm Only Sleeping, I'm the Walrus, Penny Lane, Helter Skelter, Don't Pass Me By, The Inner Light, Across the Universe, You Know My Name, Look Up the Number, and the Sgt. Pepper Inner Groove, which that is the end of After a Day in the Life. There was some thing they recorded, which was a bunch of gibberish, and that's what the Inner Groove is. So, that, ladies and gentlemen, is my Beatles collection. Now I have the greatest hits of 62 to 66 and 67 to 70, but that's pretty much going over everything I just showed you. So, thank you, and good night.